still a meatball. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
So
We're gonna start with our video today.
we're gonna start with our workout like usual. So be sure to have some water, have something to wipe your face with, like a little towel.
I know probably if you're doing the workout, you are very sore because we are.
Yeah, I'm sore.
But if we continue doing that exercise, it's gonna get better and we're not gonna feel this
Soreness.
soreness.
And just to explain what soreness is a little bit, soreness is when you do a workout and your muscles work harder than they usually do, so they tear, and muscles tear and they regrow back stronger. So that's how muscles get bigger. So our leg muscles right now are sore because we did a lot of leg workout yesterday. So they have to have a little bit of time to recuperate. But we don't want you to stay just sitting down not doing anything because it'll make it a little bit worse.
Yeah, it can make it worse. So even though I'm very sore,
Yeah,
very sore,
we're gonna
and
still try.
we're gonna still work out. He's gonna try to do what the video shows, and I'm gonna do the modified exercise. I'm doing the modified, and I'm still like very sore.
So let's
Let's
get
start.
ready. All right, guys. You guys ready? You ready, Esme?
I'm not ready, but let's start.
All right.
What's up, everybody? Fresh Start Fitness here. This workout's gonna get our lungs and our heart pumping. If at any time it gets too intense, just march in place,
just march in place.
take a little jog, or catch your breath. When you're ready to go, jump back in. You ready? Let's rock.
Come on. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get high. Yes.
All right, guys, we're gonna go to a lunge backwards. Here we go.
Here we go. Come on. Stretch your quads. Feel the stretch. You feel that stretch? Yeah. Come on.
Keep it going.
Feel the stretch. Feel the stretch. Feel that burn. Yay.
All right, we're gonna get jumping in a second.
Come on. Come on.
Here we go.
Hey, Johnny.
Hi, Jory.
Can you feel that? Come on, let me see you touch the sky. Touch the sky. Come on. Get those legs up.
All right, we're
Get
gonna
'em up.
lunge forward. Here we go.
Feel the burn. Feel the burn. Yeah.
Keep it going.
You got this. It's all about the stretch. Let's
All right,
go.
guys, one more time for those jumps. 1, 2, 3, let's go.
Come on.
I'm gonna walk in place this
Get
time.
up. Come on, you got this. Come on, touch the sky. Touch the sky. You got this. Come on.
Almost there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great job, guys.
So,
Your heart rates are up now.
Good job,
You
guys.
should have a nice blast of energy to get you through the rest of your day. Let's take a couple breaths, cool down. Very good. Fresh start, out.
Let's have a water break.
so you guys make sure to go get some water. So go get some water. If you need to wipe off your sweat, I do. That was a good workout, guys. Like, my legs are still sore, but working them out, it makes me feel a bit better.
Okay.
So hopefully it's a little bit easier for you guys at home because you don't have to wear a face mask. But we do, so
Let's relax a little bit. So the workout we did, like, so we could have a little break.
yeah. So Corey, if you're on here, good job, man.
Good morning.
I know you do the workout, so nice job. Gerari, you better be working out with us. Haiti, you too. You think Tim is on here?
I don't know.
If you're on here, Tim, hi Tim.
And try to work out.
Try to do the workout with us. So we're gonna stretch a little bit while we're sitting down.
So Saturday and Sunday we don't do the workout videos, but maybe you work at home because you don't want to be get your body used to not doing nothing, and when you go back on Monday,
It'll be harder.
So just try to do some walking probably, so your body is still moving and your body still feel like you're working out.
Or you can watch one of the videos that we're doing with you guys, rewatch it again to do the exercise.
Yeah, you could always go back to the channel and you could choose whichever you want to, the easiest one, so you could still move your body.
Yeah. So we're gonna get on with it, and the next segment is about hygiene. No, the next segment is about grocery store shopping. My bad.
Oh, has this ever happened to you? You've gone shopping, spent your entire food budget, then realized you didn't get what you needed to make
Probably
healthy
yesterday.
meals. How is this possible? What can you do to prevent this in the future? Here are 5 healthy shopping tips, good for your family and your budget. Tip number 1. Don't go shopping when you're hungry. Have a light snack before you go. Like
Good morning,
an apple
Corey.
or a handful
Good
of
morning,
nuts.
Corey.
So don't go shopping when you're hungry, because then you'll buy more food than you need.
know what you need. Tip
Have a list with you so you know what you need, so you don't
You
forget.
gotta make a list, because if you don't do the list, you go and shop and things that you don't need.
With a colorful rainbow of fruits and vegetables, such as broccoli, onions, carrots, cabbage, sweet potatoes, bananas, oranges, apples, and other favorites to make sure your family gets all the nutrients they need.
So be sure to
Choosing
buy
what's
a
in
lot of
season can help keep
food
costs
with high
low.
nutrients,
If you
like
can't
fruits
find
and
what
vegetables.
you need, check the frozen food aisle. Frozen fruits and vegetables are just as nutritious as fresh, and better than canned. Now that you've got produce, you'll need protein for dinner. And here's tip number 4. Instead of buying a lot of red meat, choose more fish and chicken. One whole chicken can be used for several meals, like soup and tostadas.
Yep.
Take off the skin to make meals healthier, and grill or broil rather than fry. Tip number 5. Small changes in the dairy section can really add up. For example, buy regular milk and plain yogurt, not fruit yogurt, which has a lot of sugar. Add your very own fruit on top. By following these healthy shopping tips, your family and your wallet will thank you. Now let's go home and cook a healthy meal.
So hopefully you guys are doing something similar to this, where you're making a list.
My name is Ine.
You know what you're gonna buy when you get to the store. Don't go on an empty stomach, because you're gonna buy more food than you need because you're hungry. So have a little snack before you go grocery shopping.
And then make sure you make that list. That list is very important. If I don't do my list, I will go buy more stuff and the stuff that is not healthy.
Yeah, stuff that you don't need, but you probably want in that moment. So be sure to make a list, stick to it, and try to budget for what you want. This next segment is a little bit about emotions. So let's take a look at it.
Inigo Montoya.
You killed my father.
Prepare to die. Hands down, one of the best movies of
Social
all time.
skills.
It's probably top 5. Are you okay?
I'm good. So awkward. I'm sorry.
It's fine. At least you didn't have food in your mouth. Imagine if it was like a whole mouthful of spaghetti.
Oh my god. No.
You know, it's fine. Don't even worry about it. I'm gonna go clean up, okay?
Embarrassment.
It's how to get
Face
over
gets hot,
embarrassment.
Palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. Marinara on your date already. You spiral into a flurry of negative self-talk, wanting so badly to hit undo. Unfortunately, there's no quick fix.
So how to
So you
handle
feel like this is the
embarrassment.
worst thing that ever happened to you,
It is.
and there's absolutely no coming back from it.
There isn't.
And that anybody who witnessed it now thinks less of you.
Yep.
But then you stop and say, you know what? Maybe I'm overreacting. Let's get some perspective.
Nope. That wouldn't change anything, which sucks, because I really liked that guy.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you doing?
You did this to me. We're done.
Claire, don't. You love pasta.
And pasta love you. Please, Claire. Do it for me.
Take it, pasta.
Okay, fine. What's the first step?
Step 1, tell someone. It takes courage, but sharing the experience with someone you trust is one of the most powerful tools we have in overcoming it.
Oh, sweetheart, I'm so
So
sorry
one
that
way to
happened
overcome
to
being
you.
embarrassed is to
I've
tell
certainly
someone about
been
it.
there before. I was on a very first date, and a very unfortunate noise escaped from me.
No.
7.8 on the rectum scale.
Gosh, Grandma.
There's great relief in the compassion and connection we feel when we realize we're not alone. But naturally, as soon as we're left to our own thoughts, we start replaying the experience over and over again.
At least you didn't have food in your mouth. Imagine if it was like a whole mouthful of spaghetti.
Oh my god.
So while you're doing this, realize no one thinks about you as much as you do. We tend to
That is
overestimate
very
the
true.
extent to which our
So
actions
a
are
lot of people
analyzed
think
by
that
others.
someone is
And when
thinking
we do
about them
this, we
constantly,
stop
but
listening.
that's not the
I mean,
case
do you even
because
remember the
everyone else
Velociraptor
is
bit he
thinking
did?
about themselves. So just try to relax a little bit,
Maybe,
not take
maybe
everything
not.
so
You don't
seriously.
know. That's the point.
Whoa.
Hey,
Step 3, stop playing the tape.
you're right. Let's get rid of it.
Stop thinking
wait.
about it.
Step
What
3
happened?
is to stop thinking
worrying
about what
the
happened,
past. Take a deep breath
and that would be moving on.
Be present.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't get to take a lot of time to just be.
Step 4, time travel. Get some perspective by going a few years in the future to see the impact it'll have on your life.
Oh my god. This? Don't even worry about it. They're all the rage in a couple years. What can I help you with? Okay, tell me straight. Do we ever see Danny again? Oh, that's why you're here? Yeah. You guys actually get pretty serious.
But if you can't time travel, you can also get perspective by remembering embarrassing moments from your past. You might notice that some of the things that felt like the end of the world are just funny stories now.
But seriously, don't worry. You guys end up breaking up. Wait, what? Don't tell me that. Get me out of here. Wait, don't you want to find out if you should buy Bitcoin?
Which brings us to our final step. Laugh about it. Once we can look at it as a
So,
learning experience or a
once
funny story,
you get
we know you've made
embarrassed,
it to the
make
other
sure to
side.
tell someone
In the
about it
meantime, we
so
can
you
rely
can
on our
move on
friends
a
and
little
family
bit.
to help pick us up and remind us that we
and
all stumble from
Don't
time
think
to
about
time.
it
Don't think
that
about
Might as
it
well
that
get used
much
to it
because
because moments like these will
no one else
always
is
sneak
thinking
up
about
on
it.
us. In short,
So don't let it
It
stay
happens.
in your mind for too long.
Hey guys, my name's
And,
Oscar, writer-director of How to Life. Thank you for watching this week's
Just
episode. If you
be
want to see
sure
more
to
videos
know
like
that
this or have
everyone
any
gets
specific
embarrassed and
how-tos
it's
you
normal.
want us to tackle, let us know in the comments below. And what's the last time you had an embarrassing moment? Mine was,
So this next segment it's kind of a game. So if you want to play along, are we gonna play along? We're gonna play along with what this next segment is gonna do. So hopefully you guys can play along with us, and it'll teach you something. It's going to teach you a little bit about stress. So let's get to it.
Give you a list of tasks one at a time. Simply follow my instructions, starting each new task as I say it. It doesn't matter if you complete the task.
So he's gonna say
Just
some
keep
things,
going
and
until
we're
I
gonna
tell you to
follow
start
along.
A new one. Got it? Here we go. Clap your hands.
So clap your hands.
Out loud to 10.
Count out loud to 10.
Your
1,
hands on
2,
your head.
3, 4.
Cluck like a chicken.
Cluck like a chicken.
Besides feeling a little silly right now, you probably had no problem following those directions. What was the third thing I asked you to do? Think back.
What was the third thing you
Put your
said?
hands on your head.
It was put your hands on your head.
Remember now?
But we didn't do it.
In case you didn't get that right, we're going to give you another chance and also see how well these people
All right, so
handle
let's pay
stress.
attention, guys. Let's do exactly what he
A
says.
different set of instructions so you can play along again and try to remember the tasks in order.
Ready, set, go. Count backwards from 10.
10, 9, 8, 7,
Act like a
6.
monkey. Put your hands above your head.
Put your hands above your
Recite
head.
the alphabet.
A, B, C,
Snap
D,
your
E.
fingers. Howl like a wolf.
Woo!
Stamp your feet. Say the word brain 3 times fast.
Brain. Oh, wait, I said it more.
Amazing job, guys. One question for you. What was the fourth thing I asked you to do?
The hands in the air.
Put your hands in the air. Wasn't
Above
it?
your head.
No.
Wasn't it?
Say brain 3 times.
That's what I thought. Say brain,
Not
brain.
quite, but close.
Your hands over your
No, actually.
What about you? Do you remember the fourth task?
I don't
There
remember.
were only 8 to remember. So why do you think your brain is unable to recall the fourth one, even though we told you the
Yeah,
second
and they told
time
us
to
before
remember
the video to
tasks in
remember
order?
them.
It was actually recite the alphabet.
So the fourth one was
By
to say
giving
the
you
alphabet.
rapid-fire instructions,
But
we
I didn't
caused
get it
your
correct.
brain to enter a
I
stress
didn't get it
state,
either.
So
releasing
this is what's
hormones that
happening when
actually
someone gives you a lot of
decrease your
information
short-term
and how
memory.
your brain
In
handles
fact,
it.
the chronic release of stress hormones can impair cells in the part of your brain designed for learning and memory. Your brain, in trying to keep you safe from harm, is actually harming you.
So that's what happens.
It's important to understand the boot
when,
process because it
I'm gonna go back a little bit. That's what happens when you have a lot of adrenaline and cortisol running through your brain because you're trying to do a lot of the things and at the same time. So if you're trying to juggle a lot of work and a lot of home stress, then it's gonna be harder for you to remember things. That's why we were unable to remember the fourth thing, even though they told us at the beginning of the video that he's gonna make us recite one of the things. So that's how stress works a little bit. If you're stressed out, you're going to be it's going to be harder to learn things, it's going to be harder to remember things, and it's going to be harder to keep information in your mind. So tomorrow we'll be learning a little bit about what to do to reduce stress, but that's what this little game was designed to do. And it's true, we couldn't remember what the fourth thing was because we were too busy with other things. And
it was too fast, so don't feel bad because we don't even
so we didn't
say
get
the right answer. So we're the same. So tomorrow when we see the video, we're gonna learn how to release our stress.
how to reduce stress a little bit. And the next segment is about computers. So this segment is what happens when you press the power button on the computer, what happens inside. So if you've ever wondered what's going on when you turn on the button, this next segment will help you with that.
Decrease your short-term memory. In fact, the chronic release of stress
So let's
hormones can
get
impair
to it.
cells and harming you.
It's important to understand the boot process because it provides several key pieces of forensic
And that's
information
what it's called.
and
Turning
allows
on the
you,
computer is the boot,
as
the
a
boot
forensic
process.
examiner, to control the boot process to use forensic booting tools.
So this is the computer
Let's
right
take
here.
a look
That's the
at what
power
happens when you boot a computer.
button. So they're gonna
When you
push the
turn on
power
your
button.
computer, the power supply sends power to the motherboard, which in turn activates the boot process. Power on self-test post instructions are stored in a ROM, a read-only memory chip, as part of the BIOS, or the basic input-output system. The post runs through a series of tests to make sure everything is working. Most post sequences will have a combination of audible and visual messages to let you know what is and isn't working. These are the beeps that you generally hear when your computer is booting up.
So that's usually
The
what's
post
happening
checks your video card.
when you hear
At that
the
point,
computer
you will
go
see
beep.
information from the post on the screen. The post then checks to make sure it can find a CPU and that it's communicating.
And the CPU
Then
is
it
the
tests
brain
your
of the
RAM.
computer.
This is a very basic check of whether it can communicate with your RAM. Now it checks for keyboard and mouse. Depending upon the type of keyboard you have, you might see the keyboard's lights flash. At this point, you would normally see an indication on the screen of how you can enter the BIOS setup program on your computer.
So that's I'm gonna go back a little bit just to explain it a little slower. So when you press this power button right here, the power supply sends electricity to the BIOS or the RAM chip, and this chip makes sure that everything is connected to the computer. So it'll make sure that the graphics card, that's the part of the computer that makes the screen work, it goes to the RAM. This is the part of the computer that handles tasks and or saves tasks, so it can pull information, and it goes to the to the CPU. So the CPU is the part of the computer that processes everything, is the brain of the computer, and that's all that's happening. The power supply sends electricity, and the BIOS communicates with everything else. So it'll check to make sure that your keyboard and your mouse is working, that your monitor is working, that your webcam is working. So you'll see them turn on before the computer actually turns on. And that's basically what happens when you press the power button. The power supply sends electricity, BIOS checks everything is connected, and the CPU starts working.
One little small button do all that.
Yeah, one small button does all that, and everything has to work together, or else the computer doesn't turn on at all. And this is the end of the YouTube Live for today. Wow, did it for 20 minutes.
It was pretty fast.
Yeah. But if you guys have any questions, we're always here in the office. Or you can talk to your coach, ask your coach about it, see if they know anything about this, if you want to learn a little bit more. Or if you want to ask me more questions, I'm always on at 1 p.m. because I play games with you guys. So I'll be sure to be on again today at 1 p.m. so we can continue playing Stardew Valley. So if you want to join me, you're more than welcome, and I would appreciate it. And then you can type in the chat box and tell me exactly what to do, or
maybe you could practice at home to play it along with your family.
Yeah, it's a nice game.
Yeah, it was interesting.
So thank you all for joining us today.
Thank you for always being in the
Thank you.
YouTube Live.
Yeah,
Thank
especially
you,
Corey,
Joari,
Adrian, Haiti, and Tim, everyone that we're forgetting about. To thank you guys. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. We do all of this for you guys.
Yeah, if you want something different to see in the YouTube, maybe you guys could tell your coach or call us at the office, and then we could look into that information that you want to learn.
Yeah, you can also type in the chat box, and we'll figure it out. I'll put more videos of what you want to learn on there, and then we can talk about it. Or if you know a little bit about it, you can let us know about what the video is about, so you can teach us.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That would be nice. But thank you all for joining us today. Hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. I'll be on at 1 p.m. so be sure to watch me. And thank you, Corey. Thank you, everyone else, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Have a good day. Bye.
Bye.